Hey, how are you guys? It's Jessica again. And so this week we're discussing, right, what has a greater effect on our society today? Is it technology? Is it globalization? Or is it the changing of demographics, right? And so, and specifically like just thinking about quality of life, education, family, community, and so on, right? So I've decided to say that it is technology. I was initially doing my notes specifically based on like careers, workforce, continuing education, what does it mean to be on a technological learning curve? And the reason why I was thinking of it in that regard was, of course, because of COVID-19, because of being quarantined, having to work from home, right? So what does it mean to adjust to the technological age, not necessarily for your leisure? What does that mean, for your own personal morale, for your ability to learn and learn quickly, learn on the go? It changes the understanding of what it means to learn on the job, and that sort of thing. So I was also thinking about will the situation with COVID cause employers and organizations to continue to work from home, whether that's fully or like what schools are doing, either completely online, hybrid programs, or other organizations doing hybrid programs, and that sort of thing. Will the idea of flex hour, having a 4-day work schedule instead of a 5-day work week, right? Being able to, maybe do work in the evening, because you needed to take a chunk of your day, maybe to go to an appointment or something like that. But as long as you worked your 40 hours a week, doesn't matter where those hours came from or how you got them in there, but as long as they got in there, right? Will that now become part of the learning process, part of the workforce and things like that? And then what does that mean for adult education as we consider that? And even the changing of economy, right? So thinking about how we purchase, right? So now everything is being purchased online, delivering, right? Instacart. I have seen more Instacart shoppers in the grocery store than people actually shopping for their own groceries, right? Uber Eats is on the rise, that sort of thing. And even access to technology, right? So I work at a school, and constantly the conversation is who has access to a computer, who has access to fax, who has access to a phone, a printer. Does the school provide those things? Are other organizations considering that? Do other organizations think about and are providing those services to their employees? Because many don't. And a lot of the time it happens to be, of course, when we talk about the demographics, like the Latinx community, increasing, right? Well, what it means to be low income and not as informed, right? Or not having access. So to me, that's important, because in my future, I want to work with the underrepresented group. But how does the undulations and barriers around access to information and access to resources? And yet here's another thing that, poses an issue around access. And then even when it comes to our relationships, right? Zoom happy hours were on the rise. Is that something that's going to continue among small groups and organizations? Of course, meeting with family members, dating via Zoom and Google Meets. People were doing so. Technology has played a major important role in the changing demographics, and it has affected our globalization, of course, as a whole. It's specifically considering our economy. So there we go.